If we get all the truth values like T, then the given compound proposition has a special name that is called a tautology. Conditional statement, true and F is F. In all cases it is true. True and true is true. True and true is true. True and false is false. So disjunction is nothing but false and false is false. In other cases it is true. True and true is true. True and false is also true. False and true is also true. False and false is false. Hello dear students, welcome to this session of Mathematical Foundation class. I am Mr. Niranjan, Faculty Department of Computer Science, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence. In my previous class, we have discussed regarding the construction of truth tables for the propositions and construction of truth tables for the connectives like conjunction, disjunction, conditional, biconditional and the negation. Now, based on the truth table, let us discuss few problems. These type of problems are very important for the point of examination. Now, let me discuss the problem. So, these are all 5 marks or 7 marks questions. Sometimes they may ask for 7 marks, 8 marks or 5 marks. Very, very important type of problems for 7 or 5 marks. Right. Now, construct the truth table for the following proposition. So, P conjunction Q conditional to P disjunction Q. Second one, P conjunction negation Q biconditional to negation P. Third one, P conditional to negation R. Let me take the first problem. What is the first problem? P conjunction Q conditional to P disjunction Q. Now, just splitting is very important. What are the values here? There are two propositions, P and Q. P and Q. P, Q, then P conjunction Q, then P disjunction Q, then the conditional entire statement, that is P conjunction conditional P disjunction Q. So, P Q, P conjunction Q, then P disjunction Q and the entire statement, that is P conjunction Q conditional to P disjunction Q. Or sometimes if you want, you can consider this as X and Y. You can also write X conditional to Y. Anyway, you can represent like any method. Now, as you know, the truth values for P contains true, true, false, false, T, F. Whereas for Q it is true, false, right? That is we have discussed in my previous class. So the truth values of P is T, F, and for Q it is T, F. Now, conjunction, what is conjunction? True and true is true. In all other cases, it is false. So, true and true is true. T and T is T. In all cases, true and false is false. False and true is also false. False and false is also false. Right. Next, disjunction. False and false is false. In all cases, it is true. F and F is F. All cases true. True and true is true. True and false is also true. False and true is also true. Right. So, conjunction, true and true is true. Disjunction, false and false is false. Remaining are all true. Now, the conditional between these two. What is conditional statement? Conditional is true and false is false. In all cases, it is true. True and false is false. So, the conditional between true and true is true. False and true is also true. False and true is also true. False and false is also true. True. So, the truth table for this P conjunction Q conditional to P disjunction Q is true. So, if we get all the truth values like T, then the given compound proposition has a special name that is called a tautology. So, in the examination they may ask, verify the given compound proposition is a tautology for 7 marks. If you get all the truth values for the given compound proposition as T, then it is called a tautology. Suppose if we get it as F, then that is called as the contradiction. If we get true, false, then it is called a neither tautology nor a contradiction. That we will discuss in the next class. Now, for the given problem, compound proposition, the truth table will be like this. So, if you do this much, definitely you will get a 7 or 5 marks. Now, let us take a similar problem. What is next one? P conjunction negation Q biconditional to negation P. Now, let us come to the second problem. P conjunction negation Q biconditional to negation P. Now, write down P. What are the propositions we have here? Two propositions, that is P and Q, P, Q, then negation of Q, write down negation of Q, then P conjunction negation Q, then negation of P and biconditional, P conjunction negation Q, biconditional to negation P. See, split like this, first P, then Q, P and Q, then negation of Q, so negation of Q, then P conjunction negation Q, call it as X. Okay, then next one is negation of P. Okay, negation of P, call it as Y. Then the biconditional for these two, X biconditional to Y, that is P conjunction negation Q, biconditional to negation P. That's all. So split like, so as you know, P and Q, then negation of Q, P conjunction negation Q, then again negation of P and P conjunction negation Q, biconditional to negation of P. Now write down the values for P. What is P? P contains true, 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 false, false, right? Then for Q it is alternative, true, false, true, false, right? T, T, F, F, T, F, T, F. Alternative, true, false, right? Now, negation of Q. What is negation of Q? Negation of Q. For true it is false, for false it is true, for true it is false, for false it is true. Now, the conjunction between these two, the conjunction between P conjunction negation Q. Conjunction is true and true is true, in all cases it is false. So, true and false is false, true and true is true, false and false is also false, false and true is also false. So, the conjunction between P and negation Q, P, true and false is false, true and true is true, false and false is false, false and true is also false. Now, next, negation of P. Just take the negation for this. For T it is F, for T it is F, again for F it is T, again for F it is T, right? So, F, F, T, T. Now, then the biconditional between these two, the biconditional statement between these two, that is P conjunction negation Q, biconditional to negation P. What is the biconditional? If both the truth values are same, T and T is T, F and F is also T. In other cases it is false. Now let us check. F and F is true, T and F is false, F and T is also false, F and T is also false. So here T, F, F, T, F, F, F is the truth value for the given compound proposition, that is P conjunction negation Q, biconditional to negation P. So see here you won't get either T, T, T or F, F, F. It contains T, F, T, F. So therefore we can say this is neither tautology nor a contradiction. Okay. Now let us take a similar type problem. Now let us come to this problem. This is an 8 marks question, very important problem for 8 marks. Since it contains P, Q, R, P, what is given? P conditional to Q, conditional to negation of R. Now write down the values of P, Q, R, then P conditional to Q, negation R, then P conditional to negation R. Okay. Now here P, what are the truth values for P? You know, this is contains, as I explained in the previous class, the truth while constructing the truth table for P, Q and R. Now that is, this is first for T, 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 remaining 4 are false, 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 right? T, 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 first 4 are true, remaining 4 are false. Whereas for the Q it is 2, 2, first 2 are T, T, remaining second 2 are false, false, again T, T, F, F, right? Now, whereas for R, alternative true and false, true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false, right? See, while constructing the truth table for P, Q, R, 3 propositions, P, Q, R, first P contains T, 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 F, 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 first 4 T, again remaining 4 false. For Q, T, T, first 2 T, T, F, F, T, T, F, F, whereas for R it is alternative true, false, true, false. So, true, false, true, false, true, false, true, false. Now, if you know this much, you can write easily. That's it. Okay. Now, the conditional statement is what? True and false is false. T and F is F. In other cases, it is true. So, check. Conditional between P and Q. True and true is true. True and true is also true. True and false, it is false. True and false is false. True and false is also false. Again, false and true is true. False and true is true. Again, false and false is also true. False and false also true. See, the conditional between P and Q. Conditional statement, true and F is F. In all cases, it is true. True and true is true. True and true is true. True and false is false. True and false is false. False and true is true. False and true is true. False and false is true. False and false is true. Now, next, negation of R. So, negation of R. For T, it is F. For F, it is T. For T, it is F. For F, it is T. Again, for T, it is F. For F, it is T. Again, for T, it is F. For F, it is T. So, alternative F, T, F, T, F, T, F, T. Now, just let us call this as X and Y. Then, X conditional to Y. That's it. So, the conditional between these two. What is the conditional statement? Let us write the conditional statement for X and Y. What is the conditional statement? If T and F is there, means if it is F, in all cases it is true. So, for T and F it is F, in other cases it is true. So, true and false is false. Again, true and true is true. False and false is also true. False and true is also true. True and false is false. True and true is true. True and false is false. Again, true and true is true. So, F, T, 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 F, T, F, T. This is the truth table for the given compound proposition. This is also neither tautology nor contradiction. That's it. Okay, hope you followed. That's all. Now, hope you got an idea to construct the truth. Let me take one more problem. Let us take other set of problem. Construct, these are all 5 marks questions. Construct the truth table for the following proposition. What is given? Negation of P, conjunction, negation Q. Let us split. First P, Q, negation P, negation Q, negation P, conjunction, negation Q. Now, P, the truth values for P, as you know, true, true, false, false. For Q, it is true, false, true, false. Now, negation of P, for true it is F, for true it is F, for F it is T, for F it is T. Negation of Q, negation for this Q is, for T it is F, then it is T, for T it is F, for F it is T, right. So, these are the truth values. Now, negation of P, conjunction, negation Q. So, the conjunction between P and Q. What is the conjunction? In case of true and true it is true, in other cases it is false. So, false and false is false. False and true is also false. True and false is also false. True and true is equal to true. So, therefore, truth table for the given compound proposition, negation of P, conjunction, negation Q is F, 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 T. So, this is also neither tautology nor contradiction. Now, let us come to the next problem. So, what is given? P disjunction Q, conjunction, negation Q. P disjunction Q, conjunction, negation of Q. Split it. P, Q, then P disjunction Q, then negation of Q, P disjunction Q, conjunction, negation Q. Now, let us take P. The truth values for P are true, true, false, false. For Q, it is true, false, true, false. Disjunction. So, disjunction is nothing but false and false is false. In other cases, it is true. True and true is true. True and false is also true. False and true is also true. False and false is false. Now, the negation of P. Negation of P. True, it is false. For true, it is false. Again, for false, it is true. For false, it is true. So, these are the truth values. Now, let me explain. Consider this as X and this Y. Then, the conjunction for these two. What is this? The conjunction for this true. The conjunction means conjunction is true and true is true. In other cases, it is false. True and true is true. In other cases, it is false for conjunction. True and false is false. True and false is also false. True and true is true. False and true is equal to false. So, therefore, the truth table for P disjunction Q, conjunction, negation Q is F, F, T, T. F, F, T, F. That's it. Okay. Now, let us take next one more problem. So, these are all simple problems for 5 marks. These are all 5 mark simple problems, right? Very important for the point of examination and very easy to solve this type of problems. Now, what is given? Negation of P conditional to Q. Now, write down P, Q, P conditional to Q and negation of P conditional to Q. First P, true, true, false, false. For it is Q, true, false, true, false. Alternative, true, false. Now, the conditional. What is the conditional statement? True and F is F. In other cases, it is true. So, T and T is T, T and F is F, F and T is T, F and F is also true. Now the negation for this, right? Write down the negation for this. Negation for true it is F, for F it is true, for true it is F, for true it is F. So therefore, the negation of P conditional to Q is F, T, F, F. That's it. Hope you followed. Now let us come to the last problem in this set. So P conjunction negation Q. These are all simple problems indeed. P conjunction negation Q. Write down P, Q, then negation Q and P conjunction negation Q. As you know the truth values for P and Q. P is true, true, false and false. For Q it is alternative true, false, true, false. Now then negation of Q. The negation of true is false, false is true, true is false, false is true. Now just write down the conjunction for a P conjunction negation, the conjunction for these two, that is P conjunction negation Q. So for conjunction, true and true is true. In other cases it is false. So true and false is false, true and true is true, false and false is also false, false and true is also false. So F, T, F, F. This is the truth table for P conjunction negation Q. That's it. Hope you followed, right? These are few examples to construct the truth table for the given compound proposition. So definitely you will get one 5 marks question and one 8 marks question from this concept. So practice this. This is very, very easy and a simple concept. So that's all regarding today's session. Let us meet with different type of problems in the next session. Thank you. Thank you very much.